change the scents up in here this morning. I don't have my Palo Santo burning this morning. I actually went with lavender. You see how I just cleaned the screens off? We all got clarity. And so at the same time, I just want y'all to come on in and gather around. At this moment, ain't no reason to be out there in the elements. Did you hear me? Ain't no reason to be out there in the elements this morning. How y'all feel this morning? Come on in. Come on in and gather around the table. Yep, gather around the table. It's a beautiful space to be too. At the table. Yeah, it's a beautiful space to be at the table. Especially when you're thinking your own thoughts and actually vibing to your own beat. It's a beautiful space to be. And at the same time, you already know that we gotta do something. Back in the day, they said, get off the party if you ain't gonna poop. Yeah, if you ain't gonna poop, you might as well get off the party. If you're not pooping, you might as well go ahead and get off the party. Right? You might as well. So, I'm here this morning for no other reason than to provoke thought, cause your mindset shift to happen in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that we're thinking the right thoughts and operating from the right construct. Yeah. And so for whatever reason, I can't get on Instagram this morning. So I don't know. But it's all good. I'm here. I'm here. I don't know how to do it this morning. How y'all feel this morning? Come on in. Come on in. Do the necessary work. Make sure you're putting in the necessary time, energy, and effort. Because he dropped one heavy in my spirit this morning. And so I came here for no other reason but to share. I'm not here for no other reason but to share. But he dropped one heavy in my spirit this morning, y'all. So I just came by this morning, real brief in time, just to share. If I'm gonna be here as a thought-provoking specialist, I might as well share a thought, right? There's no reason not to. There's no reason not to. I guarantee you one thing, after this session right here, you're going to be looking at this thing totally different. I guarantee you one thing. You will be looking at this life differently after you have this session with me this morning. Y'all see what I'm on this morning? I'm on ginger. Y'all ready to go? Y'all about done came in on the mark. Get set. You ready? Y'all ready? On the mark. Get set. Ready? You ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Why y'all playing with me this morning? Don't be playing with me this morning. Come on in the house, man. Don't play. There's no reason to be out here in the elements playing. We got to get outside the elements and come on in. You ready? On the march, get set, ready, go. Come on in and gather around the table. How y'all feel this morning? Come on in. Gather around the table. Gather around the table of your own thoughts. Gather around the table of your own mind. Gather around the table of your own conscientiousness. We got to gather around the table, y'all. Do you hear me? Come on in and gather around the table. Yeah, that's what you got to do. And I promise you, after this session right here, good morning. How you doing? Good morning. Long time no hear from. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, y'all come on in and gather around the table. Because at the same time, y'all know at certain instances, for whatever reason, I'm able to go in. I could pull up YouTube and Instagram on the same laptop with split screen. And then I have my Facebook family and friends right here, right? And for whatever reason, it flips. Some days I'm able to pull it up, some days I'm not. But at the same time, I believe the universe is using these constructs and narratives in my life to go ahead and tell people where he at now. Where is he now? Let me go over here and see if I can find him over here. And if he's not over there, let me find him over here. And so maybe this is the way the universe desired this thing to be set up. I never look at a situation or a circumstance as if I'm on the bottom side of the hourglass. Because in order to operate in light, you got to be on the top side of the hourglass. There's no reason. There's no way that you can operate in the light and be at the bottom of the hourglass. That won't happen, because light and darkness is predicated upon the hourglass, right? And so here's the hourglass right here. Now look, this right here is the top of the hourglass. This has to be light. This right here has to be darkness. There's only two things in the earth that you have to consider, right? And so at the same time, this is light, this is darkness. This has to be alkalinity, this has to be acidity. So there's no two things that, would ever be the same. One has to be positivity, the other one has to be negativity at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? One has to be aware. When you're walking in the awareness and the conscious mindset that's necessary in order to move according to the power that works within you, you're going to have to be conscious. Right? Conscious is right here. Being unconscious, walking unconsciously in the earth is right here. And so I'm letting y'all know right now that you got to walk consciously. That's on the top side of the hourglass. You got to walk in awareness. When you aware, you got to be up here. When you walking unaware in the earth and everything that comes your way and everything that somebody say to you, you adapt to the concept without even giving it a question. Yeah, that means you walking in unawareness. And so at the same time, I believe that the narratives and the powers that be has left us down and led us down this particular pathway of understanding and comprehensions that might not necessarily be 100% beneficial for our overall well-being. And that's just what I believe at the moment. But anyway, good morning. How y'all feel this morning? YouTube, I see y'all up and running real good. Come on through. I see IG. I can't even get IG up. But it's all good, well and good. I'm here with Facebook family and friends. How y'all feel this morning? Good morning. Come on in. I do have a quick little session that I want to speak into the mind of the people. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. I am on assignment, true enough. I'm your health conscious coach. I'm going to coach you into healthy thoughts and healthy concepts and narratives in the earth, right? And then at the same time, I'm your intellectual content creator. One thing that you will not have to worry about is getting content from me that's not from on an intellectual basis. You don't have to consider that. I ain't finna pull my Lamborghini out there on the side of the road and then pull up, you feel me? And then let a little baddie pass by. And then I go, try to holler at her. And she, oh, I'm not interested. And I jump off the curb and say, doop, doop. And then at the same time, here she come tapping back on my window. That's content, right? True enough, that's content. We got to let them live now. That's content. That is content now. That's content. But at the same time, so you'll never get that from here because this is intellectual content. I'm here for no other reason than to intellectually stimulate your mind, cause your mind to do the shifting that's necessary. And so I'm here this morning to talk to the mind of the people, to tell them one thing. We're going to have to do this, y'all. I promise you on everything I love, this dropped fresh in my spirit this morning. This word right here dropped fresh in my spirit. And I never considered this. I really have never considered what was dropped in my spirit this morning. But I'm going to come here this morning to share with you all, because I believe that when the universe drops something in my spirit, it's not necessarily 100% for me. And now that he's called me on October 15th, 2022, and he said, open the laptop and speak into the mind of the people. Guess what? I was obedient, y'all. To this day, I'm obedient. This is ginger. Look at this. This is 100% ginger drink, right? Look at this. This is 100% ginger. You see it? YouTube. This is 100% ginger drink, right? The African store that I go to. And when I tell you this stuff is strong, it's gonna open up every pathway you need in your mind and your spirit. With this one right here is strong, but good job, black man. Good job, black woman. You raised them kids. You did your thing as a single parent. You can't drink that one fast. Boy, that hit the back of your throat. So let's see ginger. But I came by here this morning. Look at this right here. Ginger drink benefits.
According to Healthline, ginger contains nutrients and bioactive compounds that may have a range of benefits for your body and brain. It may help manage nausea, prevent infections, reduce the risk of cancer, and more. However, more research is needed to confirm that ginger has these benefits.
You see that? They supposed to tell you that. You know that, right? They supposed to tell you that. They tell them, however, more research is necessary to confirm that ginger have the. Listen, ginger have this much benefit. Let me tell you, ginger is a spice in the earth. And when you go to the earth for your benefits, when you go to the earth for your nutrients, ginger contain nutrients and bioactive. Bioactive compounds that may have a range of benefits for your body and your brain. This stuff right here. Ginger. I go and try to get one once a week. It's somewhat expensive, but I think it's about $23 for this one little jug right here. But when I tell you the benefits of it, soothe your body and open up things and pathways in your brain and your mind that exposes your brain and your thoughts to a whole nother realm of dimension. And so I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I'm your thought-provoking specialist. I'm your health conscious coach. I come here every morning drinking a drink that will help you through your process as I go through my process of this thing called life, right? And so y'all know I'll close my eyes and talk to the mind of the people with my eyes wide closed. You hear me? I say my eyes are wide closed. They're closed but yet open to the understanding and the knowledge and the information that's necessary in order to be catapulted into a new dimension. And so I'm here this morning, right quick, in this brief session, this brief time to tell somebody that, look at all interactions as a transaction. That's the word for somebody in here this morning. Because I promise you this morning, he came and he said, look at all. Right. I know I choose to do it this way. But look, at the same time, look, he said, look at all interactions as transactions. Look at all of them. And so when he dropped this in my spirit this morning, y'all, can I tell you something? Since I can't get IG up, let me just make this big let me big up YouTube. YouTube, what they do? What's good with you, baby boy? Yeah, I'm just here to tell somebody on the side of my voice, we're going to have to look at all interactions as transactions. And y'all know I'm kind of slow. Y'all know I have not crossed all my spiritual T's and dotted all my holy I's. I don't sit here as a Mr. Know-it-all like I know all things. I'm telling you that I do not. So don't put me on no pedestal. I might have a master's degree in clinical psychology and positive development, and all this old good stuff and ministry. I mean, listen, man, don't hold me to all that right now, because I'm telling y'all, I come in here less than or equal to, because at the same time, the universe say, open the laptop and speak into the mind of the people. And when I open this laptop, something happens to me. I become more than, definitely not equal to. And it's because of, I believe that's because of his presence in my life that causes me to shift into a new dimension and a new dynamic, because he's here with me because of my obedience. And so he said this morning to me, as I sat on the edge of the bed, wondering about what would I have to say to the mind of the people. And he said, tell them I said that look at all interactions as transactions. I'm like, damn, like what? You know, sometimes, can I tell y'all the truth? Sometimes it goes so deep for me, I really don't have no clue. I ain't gonna even finna sit here and faking flodge with y'all. You all know that's a Miami word. Don't be flogging out here in these streets. Y'all out here flogging. You feel me? Y'all know it's a Miami word right there. Don't be flogging. You flogging and you faking out here. You know what I'm saying? One thing a person can never tell you about me is that I'm fake. I don't even think I know how to be fake. And there's a whole bunch of fake, phony folk here in the world. I don't want to just say Atlanta, because I love the A where I'm at right now. But at the same time, I can tell you this. It's a whole bunch of fake, phony folk all over the world. They all can fit in that category of some sort. Fake, phony, and flawed. But I'm here this morning to tell somebody under the sound of my voice. And he said to me, tell my children to look at all interactions. When we interact with each other, we got to look at it, every interactions that we make within each individual in the earth as we're going on our daily activity. He say, tell them to look at all interactions as transactions. And I'm like, what? He say, look at all interactions as transactions. And so I was like, wait a minute. And so, you know, my first thing of my thoughts in my mind, I went to a banking type mindset, right? Because a transaction to me usually going to have a P&L column, a profit loss column. Any transaction that I've ever understood in the banking industry will always have a profit loss column, right? A P&L column. And so at the same time, I'm saying, wait a minute. So he said, tell him I said to look at all interactions as transactions. I'm like, wait a minute. So every interaction that we have with another person, with another woman, with another man, as we go through our daily activities, you mean to tell me there's a profit loss column connected to every interaction? Y'all know this all came to me this morning. Y'all know I'm unscripted, and I don't come here with a false pretense. I don't come here with things written down. Ain't nothing in front of me right now written down. I don't write nothing down. This has come straight out my spirit. And so I'm here this morning with my music playing in the background to soften the atmosphere, to give the atmosphere a little bit more vibrations of receptance of it, because this particular music that's playing in the background is desired to open up you to the universe. and cause the universe to have ample opportunity to come in and sit and sup with us and give us a free-flowing spirit and mindset that we need in order to endure this thing called life. I can tell you this, at the same time, if you looking at life right now as if life is hovering over your right shoulder and you're cowering over the weight of this world, it's the wrong position to be in at this moment, man. Hey, sir, it's the wrong position to be in at this moment if the world is over your right shoulder, look like it's about to crush you. That's the wrong position to be in. That's the suicidal position. That's the homicidal position. Those are positions of being crushed by this weight of this world. It will cause you to do some things dumb. Did you hear me? I said it'll cause you to do some dumb things. And so I'm here this morning on assignment. I'm here as your health conscious coach to tell you to look at this thing from a whole other perspective. Well, another level that you cannot look at this world in right now as we going into this political arena, as we going into all this economical downfall and all these things that I'm hearing in the atmosphere that's coming across the table of my thoughts and my mind and coming across the table of my hearing is saying that even the tax returns are lower than what they were a few years ago. Ooh-wee. And so at the same time, y'all know during tax season, everything get beautiful, everything gets smooth, you know what I'm saying, in industries of hair care products and hair Aubrey and all these old type of, you know what I'm saying, industries, nails and all these type of, you know, things that, you know, home improvement projects and all these type of things are really going to expand when we know that the tax returns were big and astronomical. You feel me? But that's not the word that's coming across the table of my hearing for the last week. People are telling me that they're lower than what they ever been and they've seen over the last 3 or 4 years. So that lets me know that it's going to be a deficit in the earth, financial deficit, if you're not careful and if you don't shift your mind in order to see it from the capacity by which you know it has the ability to be seen. Which means that we can shift our minds, even though it might be a deficit in the earth. It might be time for people like ourselves that's here in the hourglass to view it from a whole other perspective and then capitalize on those downs. And so he'll use opportunities like this if we got the right lens on. If you can see the right lens, if you can look through the right view of your life and see it, then you have the power to shift it in your mind, in your thoughts. See all the opportunities, see all the advancements, even when everybody else is operating in lack. He will cause you to see it from a different lens, man, from a different eyesight, from a different viewpoint, sir. And so I'm here this morning to cast, you hear me? I'm just here to cast a net over the mind of the people so we can start shifting the dynamic and see it from the capacity by which we know we have to view it. And so look at all interactions. I'm here to tell somebody this morning under the sound of my voice, look at all interactions. Every interaction that you have, I don't care if you're standing in line at Walmart. Somebody turn around and have a brief conversation with you. Look at all interactions as a transaction. Because I believe when the reason why he told me this is because we have a profit loss column attached to every interaction that we do. And so I'm here this morning as your thought-provoking specialist. I'm here to provoke thought and understanding and comprehensions in the earth. To tell you to look at every interaction that you have with anybody. I don't care who they are. Look at all interactions as a transaction. It gives you an opportunity, ma'am, to profit from it, or you either going to take a loss and a hit from it. It's either two things is going to happen. You're going to either profit from that conversation, you're going to either profit from that interaction, or you're going to lose something. Energy, time, effort. You can lose energy, time, effort by having useless conversations. And so if this conversation is not pushing you towards your $1 million status, ma'am, I say if these interactions is not pushing you towards a bigger bank account, you got to start paying attention to these interactions and making sure that these interactions are considered to be transactions in the earth. And you got to look at it and put it in the column. You're either going to be on the positive side, a pro, or you're going to be on the negative side as a con. You're either going to be on the profit as a top or out of the hourglass, or you're going to be on the loss side at the bottom of the hourglass. It's either or. And so right now I'm here, and I'm here on assignment. And as your health conscious coach, as I coach you into healthy thoughts and healthy living and healthy lifestyle and healthy eating and eating according to your blood type and making sure that your pH is on the alkaline side of the diaspora. Because I'm telling you right now, if your pH is in the lower vibrational aspect, down by 0, 1, 2, or 3, it's the most prone place for all kind of dis-ease to happen in your body. Disease, where they get the word disease from, ma'am? Hey, sir, where they get that word disease from? It's one of the most detrimental spots if you can have in your body is on the acidic, cancerous side of thought. And so I'm here this morning to tell somebody, raise your vibrations, raise your frequency, raise your energy up to the alkaline side of conscientiousness, where we're going to put our footing at soldier. Ma'am, plant our footing in the alkaline side of thought, where the positive is, where the light is, where the conscious is, where the aware side of it is. And so I'm here this morning as your thought-provoking specialist. I'm here to provoke thought. No other reason. I ain't got no clout. I ain't clout chasing. I ain't on this live to be all in folk face. If anybody really truly knew me and y'all really know me, y'all know I don't even do this. I don't even like being in a dilemma like this. But when the universe said, open the laptop and speaking to the mind of the people, I've been on assignment ever since. It tells somebody in the sound of my voice, we got to look at every and all interactions as a transaction. You're going to have a profit and loss column attached to it. And make sure that when you have these interactions that are viewed as transactions, make sure that we stand on the profit side of the spectrum. Because we can't be out here taking no L's right now, y'all. This is not the time to be exerting a lot of energy to kind of get an understanding through an argument or through a conversation, and you trying to make them understand your perspective in the conversation. And before it's all over said and done, you leave there drained because they done drained you of all your energy. Ooh-wee. They done lowered your vibration because you trying to explain to them your perspective. And I'm standing in a point at 56, almost 57 years old to tell somebody you don't owe them an explanation. Ma'am, you don't owe them folk no explanation. You just met them a minute ago. You don't owe these folk no explanation, sir. If they can't get it on the first time and they want to rebuttal you every time you have a thought to come forth with and they want to rebuttal you, that's just letting you know you're going to take an L on that, because you're going to walk away still drained from the conversation, still don't get understanding because they don't even have the capacity and the wherewithal in their brain to even understand it from the capacity by which you're explaining it. And so at the same time, I'm here to tell somebody, look at all interactions as transactions. And I'm telling you that it's a P&L column that's attached to it. Be mindful, be careful about the energy that you give, that you allow somebody to take from you through your explanations. And they still walk away, still not really understanding your true value and your heart by which you was trying to exude. And so at the same time, I'm here this morning. I'm here as a health conscious coach. That's a stress factor. That will cause you anxiety, ma'am. If you try to explain to this dude multiple times the same thing, and he act like he don't even have what it takes to receive it from you, you're going to take a loss. It's going to be in the loss column of your understanding. It's going to be in the loss column of energies that has been exuded. And so at the same time, I'm your health conscious coach. I'm your intellectual content creator. We're gonna listen. If you need foolishness in your content, then you're in the wrong channel. You heard me? I said if you need foolery, I see it all the time on YouTube. I'm stuck by it too. When a chick walk by on the camera, in the front of the camera with this little walk she got, I sit there and watch it 2-3 times. I do. I'm guilty of it. But then I have to snap my mind back instantly and say, listen, that right there is not going to even push me towards my divine destiny. That's entertainment from her perspective because she lets her body is her content. She's a content creator. She's creating content with her body, with her physical body. I'm here this morning to create content with my mind, with my thoughts, with my memory, with my intellect, with my knowledge, with my wisdom, with my understandings in the earth. That's why I'm here. And so I'm here this morning to break it down for y'all and tell somebody in the sound of my voice. Look at all interactions as transactions, sir. Because it's a transaction that's happening when you interact with someone. There's a transaction that's happening when you interact with that person. You're giving and you're receiving. You're either profiting or you're taking a loss. You're either going to be alkalinic or you're going to be acidic. You're either going to be a pro or it's either going to be a con. You're either going to be walking in awareness when you leave that person, or you're going to be unaware and on the dark side of the spectrum. And so I'm here this morning as your podcast professor. Even though I don't have my lap jacket on, it's right here behind me. Y'all see it? My lab jacket is right there behind me. It don't go too far. Because if he ever say, put that lab jacket on, let's go deep into the labs of our thoughts and the labs of our minds. Let's go deeper this morning, like how we did in 8th grade. What grade that was when we had to bust that frog open. And we had to open him up and put our goggles on and have our masks on, put our lab jackets on. So when we split him open, it don't, everything don't splatter on your real true clothes. And so we'll put the lab jacket on as a protection, as a covering for the operation that's getting ready to happen. And so at the same time, when he say put the lab jacket on, that's what I do. This morning when I sat down here, it was okay to rock my brown. Did you hear me? I said it was okay to rock the brown. I felt okay in my spirit to rock the brown. Yeah, we melanin people rocking brown. Now they done went to brown and black people, right? How they call it? Say black and brown people. Why they try to soften us up like that, y'all? Man, you know when they come on the scene, they ain't talking about oh, he's a brown person. Man, that's so much game in the earth right now. It's just so much game in the earth. We got to be careful out here in these streets, y'all. Did you hear me? I said, we got to be careful out here in these streets. When we walk, we got to walk with a certain level of authority and understanding. We're going to walk with a certain level of intentionality. Roll your shoulders back and bring your chin up and walk this thing called life out in the earth with intentionality. Be intentional about your thoughts. Be intentional about your mind and the shifts that has to happen in order to be catapulted and propelled into a new dimension. Be cognitively aware of your surroundings. Pay attention. Stay out your phone. Put your phone down. I think the phones have become a distraction for us. I'm guilty of it too. Did you hear me? I say I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of having these phones out. That's like little data, little computers in our hands. It's like little computers in our hands, these phones are. And so at the same time, this morning, I just came by here this morning to tell somebody that look at every and all interactions, man. Every time somebody approach you, look at this interaction as a transaction. Anytime you approach someone, look at the interaction as a transaction. And if it doesn't put you in the profit column, then you will automatically go to the loss column. There's no in between. There's a profit and loss column to every interaction, every transaction that happens at a bank. There's a profit and loss column that they go down through the bank. So the universe this morning said, tell my children to look at every interaction that they might have in the earth as a transaction. Because you will profit and you will lose something, whether it's time, whether it's effort, whether it's energy, whether it's money, whether it's prestige, whether it's whatever it is, it's a P&L column attached to it. And so I'm just here this morning. I'm just here. I'm already feel like I'm finished already at 37 minutes. I say I already feel like I'm done already. Because whether that person is here on this line right now or not, if it's meant for them, they will get it. It's gonna come across the table of their thoughts and the table of their hearing. Once I put it out there, it comes across the table of their hearing. And I'm here this morning to plant a seed, because every thought is a seed. And whether you plant it in the fertile soil of your mind, it's up to you, ma'am. You're going to have to plant these seeds of thought in your mind. As you do that, you're going to have to dig 2 holes in the fertile soil of your mind. And you're going to have to put everything that's being said to you on a daily basis in one of those holes. In a hole for your successes, in a hole for your struggles, in a hole for your dreams, and a hole for your doubts, in a hole for all your wins, and a hole for all your losses. And so right now, I just came across this passage, and I keep seeing this number, 1111. I woke up this morning at 9:06. No, it was 9:08 this morning. What's 9:08? Check this out. Let me show y'all that all these things are connected. What's the spiritual significance of 9:08? Look at this. 908 is a powerful and significant number in numerology. It is a sign of balance, stability, and abundance in all aspects of life. Ooh-wee. And this morning, when I first opened my eyes, I reached over on my little shelf in the corner, my little corner shelf where I sit my phone. And I just looked at the phone and said 908. And so 908 is significant. It's a sign of balance, stability, and abundance in all aspects of life. And you know that we're going to have to operate with abundance of wealth, of thoughts, of understanding, being wealthy in our understandings in the earth. Because I believe that on Judgment Day, he's going to say, what did you believe? Where did you stand? What was your thoughts? How did you feel? Did you have gratitude towards all the things that I've allowed in your life? And I believe that gratitude is the answer, y'all. When we have gratitude, no matter what you may be experiencing in this thing called life, if you have gratitude, if you're grateful, if you attach a spirit of gratefulness into this, every morning I wake up, I'm grateful to see another day. I'm grateful to have the ability to go and fix a plate of food. I'm grateful to be able to put a brush in my mouth that he called toothbrush and toothpaste and mouthwash. Be grateful for the small things of life. Be grateful for that floss pick that you can floss your teeth in the morning. Be grateful. And I believe that when you exude a spirit of gratefulness into the atmosphere, I say when you exude a spirit of gratefulness into the atmosphere, ma'am, something happens to the aura by which you exude. I can feel it. I say there's a certain aura that's being exuded. I know that everybody don't have the capacity to do it. Some people wake up what they call on the wrong side of the bed. And every morning they put their feet on the floor, they mad about something. And when I believe that what you do, sir, when you do that, you cause a ripple effect in the earth of nothing but bad things to continue to happen. Because I believe that we all is an energy. We all have a vibration. We all have a frequency. And when we tap into the positive side of that frequency, sir, when we tap into the light side of conscientiousness, not darkness, but the light side, I believe that we put ourselves in a better position to be catapulted and propelled into a new sign of balance, stability, and abundance in all aspects of life. Trust that the angels are guiding you towards spiritual growth, financial success, and fulfilling relationships. That's what 908 is symbolic of. And this morning, I don't know, it just dropped in my spirit. I looked at it and kept it moving. I ain't even paying any attention. It didn't come back to my spirit until right now while I'm on my live. And maybe you have to know that numerology is a part of it. He told us early on that all of it is a part of it. So it just means the study of numbers. Anything that has ology on the side of it, biology. Come on now. It's the study of ology, O-L-O-G-Y. Just like how you hear Christology is the study of Christ. Pneumatology is the study of the Holy Spirit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Theology, Theology, Theo, where we get the word theos, which is the study of God. And so anything that has ology on it, it just means it's a study of. And so numerology was in that word too. Didn't he say 6 days did I make heaven and earth, and the 7th day I rested? That's numerology right there. So don't get so tied up and twisted, y'all. Because he told me to tell this world that all of it is a part of it. All of it. Don't deny any part. Ooh-wee. So I'm here this morning on assignment, telling the mind of the people, open up your mind past the narratives. Open your mind up past the brackets by which they try to get us to bracket ourselves in. The limitations, the borders, the boundaries. We're going to have to open our mind past it. Ooh-wee. And so this word 11:11 say, I move past all doubts and limitations. This is, look at this. You see how that just flowed? Listen at me. I sit down here every morning with nothing to say to y'all. Everything I love. I sit down here in the morning with nothing to say to y'all. I promise you I don't. I don't have no preconceived perceptions or no underlying hidden objectives for sitting here behind this sacred desk to speaking to the mind of the people. All I know is something happens to me when I do it. That's all I know. And so I'm going to read this into your hearing. I move past all doubts and limitations. This is something that you're going to have to say for yourself, sir. Hey, ma'am, this is something that you're going to have to say. Hey, bro. Hey, sis. This is something that you're going to have to say for yourself. I can't say this for you. What I drink don't make you pee-pee. What I eat don't make you boo-boo. Hey, boy, y'all make me go in on here this morning. Hey, listen, don't make me go on. This is the truth of the matter. I tell y'all, 11:11, I keep seeing this number. Now I'm here this morning talking about it. It say, look, I move past all doubts and limitations. You're going to have to say this one for yourself. I move past all doubts, all. And what I'm discovering about that word all, that means that after all, there's nothing left. I move past all doubts and limitations. I manifest what I want on a quantum level. I know who I am and I know where I'm going. I surround myself with people who bring out the best in me. And I always bring out the best in myself. And we're going to have to be cognitively aware. And I don't need anything outside of me. I am connected to the endless abundance of the universe. And I'm telling you by here as I stand on my assignment. As I stand in my assignment in the earth, this is my assignment to tell the mind of the people that look at all interactions as transactions. There's a profit and loss column to every interaction that you do in the earth, sir. There's a profit and loss column to every interactions that you do in the earth, ma'am. Every interaction has to be viewed and or considered a transaction. This one is fresh off the press this morning. I didn't come in here with all this to say. I promise you I did not. But when he said, open the laptop on October 15th, 2022, he took me back to a time in my life when I was in the valley of the well. I was a valley low experience. I was in the belly of the well. And I made him a promise. And I'm here to tell somebody under the sound of my voice, do not forget the promise by which you've made. You can't hear mine. You're going to have to understand my promise. The promise I made to him, nobody was present. It was just me and him. And I was sitting in the cell. I could tell it now. Didn't he say, tell your story so I can get the glory? So I was sitting in a cell with my face turned to the wall. And let me tell y'all something. Sometimes in life, the universe would say, turn your face to the wall. Turn your back on the people. Turn your back on your wife, your husband. Turn your back on your children. Turn your back. He'll make you turn your back to the people until you deal with him. Face value. And he'll put you in a position, in a situation, or a circumstance that'll make you have to turn your face to the wall and leave all that stuff behind you And he'll get you to a point where you're going to have to make him a promise. If you get me off this sick bed, if you take this cancer out of my body, if you remove this fibromyalgia, if you take all these things that's around me away from me, I'll do this or that. I'm here to tell somebody, do not forget the promise. I know you've made it just like I have. Don't forget the promise that you made to yourself as a little kid in your bunk bed, sitting on the top of your bed, in the bunk bed. Don't forget the promise you made. You made him a promise, and don't forget it. Do not forget the promise that you made to him. And so I'm here this morning to tell somebody, move past all doubts and limitations. I say move past every doubt. Don't let not one doubt or limitation come into your thoughts, come into your mind, and actually start to prevent you from doing what needs to be done, sir. Because I'm here to tell somebody, manifest what you want in the earth from a quantum level. Everything that you need is already inside of you. I know they try to make you reach out to everything else. I know they try to make you reach out to things that to a certain degree will distract and distort and even cause your spirit to be distraught. They'll put all kind of bags in front of you, all kind of vehicles in front of you. They'll parade all these successes and these big mansions and houses and all these things in front of our vision. And if you're not careful, all of it is vain and vexation of spirit. All of it. I don't care what it is. It's all vanity when you really look at it. But I'm here to tell somebody, move past all your doubts and your limitations. I manifest what I want in the earth on a quantum level. I know who I am and I know where I'm going. I surround myself with people who bring out the best in me, and I always bring out the best in myself. I don't need anything outside of me, and I'm connected to the endless abundance. I'm connected to infinite wisdom. I'm connected to the creator of all things, the universe. I'm connected. And so if he's in you and you're in him, ma'am, why are we still reaching out to all this other stuff? When he's already in you, you're already in him. So I'm here this morning under my assignment to tell the mind of the people, keep pressing, keep viewing it, keep understanding, keep the limitations off. Make sure that you remove all doubts. Don't allow any doubt or any limitations in your thoughts to navigate your life. That his word would continue to be a lamp upon our feet and a light upon our pathways. That the creator of all things is right here with us right now. He's forever present because he's omnipresent. He's everywhere at the same time, y'all. He knows exactly where you are. And I came by here this morning to tell somebody, open your mind past the limitations by which they've constructed us down this narrative and say, y'all worship this way. Y'all worship this person. Y'all worship this entity. I think he's bigger than that. I believe he's bigger than that, y'all. I believe they lowered him by bringing him down to a one specific word. Yeah, I deal with the creator of all things. That person is who I want to understand from. The universal conscientiousness. The one when he said, let there be, and all those things on that periodical chart table came. Everything on that periodical chart table that we learned about in 8th grade, all of it, phosphorus, carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, millennium, magnesium, all those things. He said, tell them that's my stuff, because it still holds its power to this day. That stuff holds its power. Go to the periodical table chart. And that's 96% of our bodies is made out of those elements. 96% is made out of 4 elements on that periodical table chart: nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon. Google it for yourself. 96%, when he reached down and he raked together all the dirt. What's in the dirt? What was in the dirt? And I'm here to tell somebody what was in the dirt. Do the research for yourself and see what was in the dirt, and where was he when he raked it all together. And so I'm here to tell somebody, move past all doubts and limitations. Manifest what you want on a quantum level. I know who I am. You got to know who you are. You got to know where you're going. You got to surround yourself with people that bring out the best in you. You're going to always have to bring out the best in yourself by being cognitively aware that every interaction is a transaction. Make sure you understand that all interactions in the earth, ma'am, is a transaction. He took me there this morning and he said, tell my children that every interaction is a transaction. And I'm like, transactions? First thing I went to was a bank. First thing I went to was the ecosystem, the economic system, the financial institutions. You're gonna have a profit and loss column in every institution you go to. And so he said, make sure though they understand that every interaction is a transaction. You're gonna either give, you're gonna either be profiting from this, or you're gonna be taking a loss from it. And so I always bring out the best in myself, and I don't need anything outside of me. Because if he lives in you and you live in him, why are we still reaching outside? We got to go inward to nudge it, to wake it up, to inspire it, to encourage it. We're going to have to go inside yourself, your innermost being, and wake that innermost champion up in you. There's an innermost champion in you, sir. Amen. There's an innermost champion in you. Ooh-wee. And so, yes, we're connected to all things, the creator of all things. And so I don't need anything outside of me. I am connected to the endless abundance. Did you hear me? I say endless means there's no end to it. It's an endless abundance of understanding, an endless abundance of wealth. It's an endless abundance of knowledge, an endless abundance of wisdom in the earth. And so it's an endless abundance of the universe. He desires to connect with you as you connect with him. And sometimes we might have to go into nature to do it. That's what I'm finding myself being pulled back to nature. Would you go hug a tree? Would you go hug a tree? I said, would you go hug a tree? Ooh-wee. Would you go put your feet in green grass? Would you go put your feet in the rocks of water that's coming down through a mountain? Would you go stand out in the rain with your chin up and your chest out and the palms of your hands outward towards the earth, towards the water? Would you do it? And so he just got me connecting more with the center of it all. And so I'm here this morning. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. I'm your health conscious coach, your intellectual content creator. I'm also your podcast professor And I'm telling you to connect with nature. Go back into nature. That's why you feel so different when you go into nature and you ride your bicycle through nature, through the trails, and you go into the trails and you walk through these trails and you go into, this wooded area. When you come outside of that area, ma'am, you feel different. Hey, sir, when you come outside that area, you can leave all your problems behind. And when you come outside, you like a different individual. And so I'm here this morning. I don't want nothing. I'm an hour in, see? I looked up, I'm an hour in. I'll never give you guys under an hour. This is an hour of my understanding and comprehensions. Did you hear me? I said, this is the hour of my understanding and my comprehensions and where he have me on my assignment. This is the Hourglass Era, by which we all have to know. And so here it is right here, y'all. I haven't done it in a while, but I got to do it right now. This just dropped in my spirit. And so y'all know when it drops in my spirit, I ain't got no other choice. I don't have no other choice but to say it. Welcome to the Hourglass Era, where the sands of time converge in the morning, Monday through Thursday, in the 9 o'clock hour. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I'm your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment. Allow us to guide as we delve into the depths of our consciousness and navigate the interwoven pathways of the mind. Join me on this thought-provoking journey where we explore the spiritual, the intellectual, and the physical realms, peering into the very essence of health awareness and holistic understandings. Ooh-wee. Everything on this earth is symbolic of the hourglass concepts. And its concepts and the center represents neutrality, a balance, a pivotal metaphor for our journey here in the hourglass. Just as the pH transition from acidity to alkalinity, so too must we navigate the thoughts from discordance to harmony. It's about transversing the realms of the 7 chakras and unlocking the spiritual experiences and aligning our conscious selves with the greater aspect of life. Did you hear me? Not with the lesser aspect of life, but with the greater aspect of life. Each session here in the Hourglass with me, your thought-provoking specialist, each session unravels the unexplored conscious thoughts of human existence and inviting you to awaken, transcend, and comprehend the vast expansions of our inner world. I say, so come, tune in, and let us embark together on this extraordinary odyssey towards enlightenment. Thank y'all this morning. I appreciate y'all this morning for chiming in. I appreciate all the interactions. I will go back through. I can't interact like I want to while I'm because my spirit be open and I'm just trying to deliver a word. But I normally go back through and say thank you and answer all the questions that I interact with. Just know that all interactions, this is what the universe told me to tell y'all. It's fresh off the press in my mind. He said, tell them to look at all interactions as transactions. And every time you interact with an individual, make sure you understand there's a profit and loss column attached to that interaction. So we got to make it be a transaction where you understand that you're going to be giving and you're going to be taking. You're going to be giving and you're going to be receiving. And so I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I'm your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment. Y'all be good, YouTube, Facebook, families, and friends. Y'all be good. I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Y'all be blessed. Hotep, hotep, hotep. Konnichiwa. Assalamu alaikum. Nang ho for all my Chinese-speaking people. Bonjour to French. Yeah. Konnichiwa to my Japanese. Salve sayo to Italians. And all my Portuguese and Spanish individuals. Hola. And namaste Namaste. Hotep, Hotep, Hotep. Google it for yourself. Hotep. It just means peace and blessings to you. And so I lit my lavender this morning. It took me into a whole other realm. I'm thankful this morning that I can light lavender. Google lavender benefits for yourself and see how it gives you a good, proper amount of sleep at night. Spray lavender on your pillows. Spray lavender in your home. Cut your incense and your aromatherapy in on your bedroom in lavender and watch the calmness that happens in your home. We have olfactory nerves. I don't want to even go there. That as sensitive to lavender. And so that's what I burnt this morning. Anyway, I gotta go, y'all. Y'all be blessed, and y'all see y'all again tomorrow.